and really enjoy it because we're going to talk to Anthony Kritzkamp from the Sacramento Ballet. And I think you're going to really enjoy what's coming up on their docket. So stay tuned. Hey, it's Ray Tanner. Thank you so much for tuning in to LiveWire. With me in the studio is Anthony Kritzkamp, who is the executive and the artistic director of the Sacramento Ballet. And hi.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being with us because, it's very interesting. The ballet season is looking really great the way you've laid it out here, and I think it's kind of wonderful. There's a couple of ballets we've been to maybe, and we'd like to see a new version of it. And you're doing that, a new approach to it. And then the other things of your programs, vision and innovations are floating together.
Yes. So we started with beer and ballet.
Uh-huh.
Now we're going to the Nutcracker, which is always a crazy time for us. There's 300 children running around. We have the second company, the main company, and we'll do that from December 9th through the 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, a Cinderella in February.
Yep.
Valentine's Day tickets are great.
Okay. Good.
But it's a brand new version we've never done before. It's out of Nashville Ballet by Paul Vasterling. And the reason I picked that is because the companies are the same size, dancer-wise. Also, I saw the production 5 times. Every time he revisited it, it got better and better and better and better.
Oh, choreographers.
Yes, and I didn't want to do a Cinderella somebody's seen before.
Sure, absolutely. This is great. Good,
Yes.
good. So I guess you run around and look at other people's work.
Yes, I was actually just in Kansas City watching Val Canabroli's American premiere of Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh, yeah.
So I try to take about 5 flights a year to make sure I'm seeing like what's coming. Because, you want to find the up-and-coming choreographers, but also we'll call them the heavy hitters. Yeah. So that way I can kind of sprinkle it through our season. But yes, I travel quite a bit to make sure we're doing the good stuff.
That's good. It's important to keep it going. Choreographer Marika
Brussel. She's out of the Bay Area. I've been watching her stuff since I moved to the West Coast, actually. So 2017, the summer 18, I went down and started watching, started talking to her, and then I said, you know what, it's time for a world premiere on the company.
I see.
I also met a Turkish-English choreographer named Ihsan Rustum. A piece called State of Matter, which is very hard. We learned that the first 2 weeks of work. I think the dancers wanted to murder me.
I see.
Yes, but we're doing that in our March rep. We're also doing Val Canabroli's Ibsen's House. And Heinrich Ibsen's, all of the novels, but all the heroines and their respective partners all in one piece.
I'll be there.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. It took me a while to beg him to let us to do it.
Ibsen's been pounded into my head, so I have to be able to see.
Oh, wonderful.
It's
absolutely
all
wonderful.
great. Oh, good. And all this work, is it all done at the Sophia, which is in Midtown Sacramento?
Well, for Visions and Innovations, for March and May, that is at the Sophia, the home of B Street.
I see.
But then for Nutcracker and Cinderella, we're going to be at the Safe Credit Union Theater.
But which one?
Safe Credit.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're going to need 2,100 seats for those.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Every kid has got to see those.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like every kid's in it.
Absolutely, no doubt. And also, I'm very interested in the fact that you run a school, and for ballet that kids can, you have a kids division.
Absolutely. We have a really good school director that came, when I took over artistically, I hired him named George Lyko. And we went from about 112 students to 307 in the school right now, from 4 years old to 18. Also, during the day, when the company's rehearsing and our second company's rehearsing, we have falls prevention through movement for older adults, and we also have older adult tap. And then at night, after the children leave, we have beginning ballet, absolute beginning ballet, and beginning ballet 2.
That's great. So you obviously it's a clear image of understanding that taking ballet is very important for for kids. And my parents sent me down there.
Yeah. My parents did too. I was telling you, I was hyperactive. I still am. But my mother put me in dance, specifically ballet. And then it's the discipline. But also at the same time, you're listening to instruction, but you're your own Stradivarius.
Mm-hmm.
You are the product. You're playing against yourself. It's like golf.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing against yourself all the time.
All the
But
time.
that focus, I can even see it. I have a 7-year-old named Abrielle. Abrielle was bouncing off the walls. Last year, ballet was something. This year, she's in ballet fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
She is focused on her homework. She's paying attention. She's striving for more things. Happy as a clam. But I think it's really important to have that kind of structure, especially for a child.
Yeah.
I see it happening in my own home.
You do. Okay, excellent. I think that's a really strong statement that the ballet offers kids something that holds them together all their life.
Absolutely.
My parents said, you're not going to be a ballet dancer. You a professional. You may, who knows? But we tell you that this is important for you as it's something to learn as you're growing up. Your body. You learn about what your body can do, and you learn about timing and music and how that all fits together.
Yeah, it's taking artistry, physics, physicality all together at one time. And at the same time, it teaches you how to work in a way that you'll never forget. I remember, retiring from dance, we had our first problem at the ballet. It was running Kansas City Ballet 2, their second company.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody seemed like everything was on fire. And I'm like, well, we got to deal with one thing. This isn't 2,100 people watching you do 5 pirouettes. That will make you sweat.
Yeah.
I can't screw up right now. This is just one thing we have to take care of right now.
Good. Yeah. Okay, we have some video we're going to have a look at, but we can talk about, or you can describe. I'm not sure exactly what it is. What is it? Just cuts from the Nutcracker? I'm not sure. Let's have a look.
Oh, this is from the rehearsal on Saturday. That's Colby Damon. He's the children's rehearsal director. He's also one of the choreographers of our Nutcracker.
I see.
Our Nutcracker had 3 choreographers. One still dancing in the company, Julia Feldman. She's from here, actually. Colby, who danced in the company, and Nicole Haskins, who had danced in the company in the mid-2000s. So we wanted to make it Sacramento's own. Now, Colby did all the children's parts. He knows them forwards and backwards. He rehearses them every Saturday and sometimes on Sunday. I actually have to tell him to go home most of the time on a Wednesday because otherwise he'll work 7 days a week. But this is the part where they really you have to embody the character. And it's actually rather hard since they're in mouse costumes. Most of the movement doesn't show. So they have to move a little larger, a little bigger than what would actually normally happen.
I love that. Great shots. Okay, Nutcracker, Sacramento Ballet.
The party scene.
Look at that.
Then we came from the street scene to coming from the parlor, straight in, the lighting of the Christmas tree. In the children dances, this is Colby also does that. Bless his heart, we love him. And that's Colby in the middle also. He's Herr Drosselmeyer.
Yes.
That's actually one of our second company members.
One of my brothers did this role.
Really?
Yes.
And then, of course, everybody loves the Mouse King. I think it's everybody thinks it's easy until they put the mask on.
Right.
And then they shine bright lights in their eyes.
Yeah. It's very hard.
This is the Snow King and Queen. This is actually a
know
very,
this scene.
very, very hard part of the ballet. If you notice all the snow on the ground, it's very hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we practice a lot with non-slip.
Good. And when are these happening? Nutcracker's has to play before December. or in
December 9th through the 23rd at the St. Credit
see.
Union Theater.
Oh, okay. And there it is. Thank you.
And all the shows have live music with the Philharmonic and Opera. Every single show has live accompaniment.
Oh, good. So, and it's at the Safe Credit
Theater for Performing Arts.
Theater
I'll
for
just call it
Performing
theater.
Arts. Right. I think it's good. Okay, excellent, excellent. And your board of directors,
Yes.
they look at your season and they say, well, where's the new work? You know, you gotta have some new work here.
Well, I don't know if they mostly do things artistically. Just I would be the one with the most knowledge.
Oh, you say,
But-
stop, you
no,
can't get into
no,
that.
but it's more. They're more like, what is the bottom line, or what are we going to sell here?
That's right. I see.
They have the fiduciary
They're
responsibility.
interested in the-
Exactly. Like, okay, if you give it, like, because I do feel like some of the bigger productions,
Yeah.
it's good for the dancers, they get to dance a lot, but it's also good for the ballet, just in health and wealth. But then that actually pays for smaller shows, which are more contemporary. They're more maybe on the cutting edge of what we're doing.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
Challenging.
challenging. So, I tell them, I'll give you this one if you give me these over here.
Oh, so that's
Yeah. One will fill your pocket, the other fills your soul.
Sounds like a board of directors in
Yes.
America, you know. That's what your job is, okay? Is to challenge the staff people.
Absolutely.
So, what do you find in here is challenging now, right now, to keep? I've seen some wonderful statements about your stagings. I've heard really positive and wonderful things.
Yeah, I think that probably came from Swan Lake, because last season I choreographed 2.5 hour Swan Lake.
Wow.
I only kept the iconic parts of the Black Swan and the Pas de Trois, but the other 2 hours I did on my own.
Good.
So that was that was good, because usually as a director you're watching a choreographer make something, then you're coaching it. It was the first time the dancers had to sit down where I was the choreographer and the coach. So we got to know each other very, very well. I think they were elated with the show. They were probably happy it was over.
And I'm sure of it. But, they're creatives, so they have to
Yes,
do that. They have to
absolutely.
go through that process of working with a personality who has a vision for it. And it may not be their vision, but it's a vision.
Yes,
You have to follow it.
And the idea of embodying a character, you're you, but you're not really you. The difference between a white swan and the black swan. One is lofty, light on the feet. One is amazingly earthy, strikes at things. But it's got to be one person doing two characters.
Right, Ojet.
Yeah, exactly. Odio.
So, okay, so, and the board, I guess, it has supported you financially in a certain way, but then it's ticket sales and making sure that everybody knows about when these ballets are.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially for the board, we have a lot of committees, which I have to go to most of them. But, some help in marketing. They have connections, right? Others, they do a really great job of bringing 30 people to shows, introducing them, things like that. But as far as the shows go, they really help me in planning exactly when to put them. Well, because there's people at different ages. I'm thinking, okay, the children are I got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. I'm looking at a school calendar like, no. Most people go to Tahoe at this time. Don't have a show then. I'm like, all right, I'm not from here. That's right. People will go to Tahoe. We won't put a show then. But they're
Okay,
really
so
good.
we have to say, before we we lose time, when are these things? So the Nutcrackers, when is that?
The 9th through the 23rd of December.
So that's coming right up.
That's coming right up. Cinderella, the 16th through the 18th of February. Visions, please come to that, is March 22nd through the 24th.
Right.
And then Innovations is May, oh, there you go, perfect. It's May 17th through 19th.
Okay. So, and people can jump on your website if they can't remember what we just said.
Yeah, sacballet.org. It won't let you down.
Sacballet.org. Okay. This is good. And I'm really interested in choreographers and how you work with them. You have people who are on staff who are choreographers, but then you also bring in choreographers from other places?
95% of our choreographers are from other places.
I see.
They can be from around the world. Like we flew Isan Rustam in from Switzerland.
Switzerland. Wow.
Andrea Shermley, who's in the May rep, we're flying from South Africa at that time. The way we work with them, well, mostly it's arguing.
I see.
Because they want the piece to be cast a specific way, but I want it to be cast a specific way. So we always have to meet in the middle because I'm going to have to coach it afterwards. They're gonna stage it. The eye's going to sit with me for 6 weeks.
I get that. Yeah, that's good, and that works the same way in the theater too.
Absolutely.
Where you gotta make sure that it works for your company and what you do.
Absolutely.
Good. Well, that's very, very good. Okay, so let's just reiterate, people, you could get to the Sacramento, they have a website.
Sacballet.org.
Sacballet.org, okay. And all of the things that we've just said will be available online.
Absolutely. Subscriptions are still on sale. We never shut those down because everybody loves 20% off.
Oh,
But
yeah.
and plus packages. We're like one of the only companies in America that if you buy your subscription package, we will change your dates for you. So it's really like buying a single ticket.
Yeah.
So you might as well get your 20% off.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know the staff is very angry at me sometimes for that, but I believe it's the way you do it.
Well, I think it is the best way, I mean, especially somebody who has subscribed to the season.
Yes. Oh, and I was going to say the visions and innovations, our subscriber base is huge.
Mm-hmm.
So one would have to get a ticket very soon in order to see those shows.
Okay. Great. Anthony, thank you so much for coming to talk to me about all of this. It's important that you understand how beautiful and wonderful having a ballet company in your theater in your town is all about.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we're going to take a short pause for the cause, and we'll be back in just a little while and be talking about some other good things that are happening in our community, and we'll see you then.
I don't know what to do with this med.
Just stop and use your head.
Flushing the med seems so convenient.
But they aren't removed during wastewater treatment.
I'll call my pharmacist now that you mention.
They might be able to offer you a suggestion.
I'll look for a local take-back event.
Surely you can find something on the internet.
Most importantly, I will not flush my meds.
Pharmaceuticals have no place in our watershed.
Where can I learn about this potential time bomb?
You can learn more at regionalsand.com.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
We're back with LiveWire. Christina Marie Jeffers, boom. She works here at the beautiful LiveWire Center at the Access Sacramento, and she's going to talk about holiday events, right?
Yeah, actually, so Access Sacramento has a December member Mingle coming up, and there's a little hint about what we're going to do. There's an ugly sweater contest.
Ugly sweater contest? What is that?
So the concept of an ugly sweater contest is you wear the ugliest holiday sweater you can come up with. You can either put some bows on it or some bulbs or I don't know, paint on it, do whatever you want, but you come up with something creative to wear, and then we'll be having a contest of whose sweater is the ugliest.
The ugliest sweater contest.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds pretty creative.
Yeah, and we're going to award first, second, and third place during the December member.
What can I win?
Well, you're going to have to come to find out.
Oh, I'll have to come down. Okay.
Yeah.
So when is this great and wonderful event, which supports, of course, the greatest?
Access
Sacramento,
yes. Yeah, so everything will benefit Access Sacramento from the silent auction we're also having during that time. That'll be December 6th from 5:30 to 8.
Okay.
And it's also an open house, so it's free to everybody to come, mingle with our members, get to know the station, take the tour of the studios, and then you can participate for free in the sweater contest. And
But you have to wear a sweater there, right?
well, yeah, and then you got to talk your friends into having their ugly sweater and just drag them along too.
I get it. Okay.
So we're just really trying to reach out to the community and let them know that we're here and we're available, we're open for business, and we are making shows just like this.
That's good. And what about this other thing you mentioned in our previous conversation about gathering stuff for auctions?
Yeah, so right now I am out there in the streets with my interns. We are looking for some auction packages for the silent auction.
You're pounding on doors?
We are. We're begging down business doors saying,
business
please
doors.
donate, please donate. So we'll have a few gift baskets put together out on some tables, and when you come, all you have to do is write down a silent bid, and if you are the high bidder, you win.
You get to take it away, right?
Yeah.
Get outta
And
here.
what you donate goes to Access Sacramento to benefit our programs, our classes,
I like it.
our sets, our tools, everything here.
Classes? They give classes here?
Oh my gosh, yes.
What kind of classes?
We have so many classes coming up. You really have to sign up for our newsletter to see like everything, or go to our website to see like the whole list of classes. But right now we are enrolling for field production, studio production, how to make a good podcast, and how to write a short script for our Place Called Sacramento contest coming up.
And anybody can apply to be in these classes?
Anybody.
It says beginners, down there at the bottom it says beginners and advanced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like A Place Called Sacramento is our year-round film incubator. And we get people from like they've never touched a script, they've never written a script, much less produced a show, all the way up to seasoned professionals who just kind of want to flex their muscle and have a good time.
Yeah.
And so that usually results in 10 finished films. We just had the screening from this year's incubator
They
program.
were wonderful, by the way.
Weren't
I've
they
been
good?
watching them since the beginning, which is about 20 years now. And each one of those films hit the high mark.
Yeah.
So it was extremely hard to, I'm sure, separate and say, oh, this is the best one, because they were all great.
We would kind of say that every year, right? Because it just keeps getting better and better. I think, the people that return, they build on their skills from the previous year.
Right.
And people watching are like, oh, hey, that's getting pretty good. Maybe I could one-up that somehow.
Yeah, but there were some that hadn't done, ever did do a film, and they did this film.
Yeah.
And it was as equal with those people who had done 2 or 3 of them.
Oh, yeah, yeah. If you look at this year's selections, you'll see that some of our first-timers hold up really well to some of our seasoned pros. So I think that just speaks for our community here in Sacramento about how creative we are and how collaborative we are.
Yes.
And how much some of our other seasoned pros are willing to kind of give back by volunteering for this as well. So, and with the classes that we offer, we have some really good instructors too that are.
Oh, I know. And it's worked out over the years. It's gotten better and much more attractive for people to understand that you're not going to be left alone flying there. We are following you and helping you,
Absolutely. The whole way through. Yeah.
So what's this up here? It's how to make a good podcast. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Johnny Flores is a guest teacher, and also Dawn Spinella is a guest teacher. And then, of course, we have Carlos Hernandez, who is like our iconic main guy
Yeah.
who teaches. He's been here for years. And we've also added some more teachers that are all going to be listed in the website. So,
Great. This is great.
yeah.
So the website what is the website?
AccessSacramento.org.
Is that it? It's too simple.
It's very simple. We try to keep it simple. We don't want to trick you.
Okay. Well, I think that's a wonderful thing. And the whole ideas of having this event and the ugly sweater contest, I mean, the sweater you're wearing is kind of ugly.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It's like Grinchy.
It's a little over green. It's got a lot of, yeah.
I might add some like red bows and stuff to make it even worse.
You can work on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Good, good.
So-
So it's the Mingle and the open house, which is, it's free.
It is free to the
Yeah?
public.
We're not going to drag any money out of you.
Well, no, not unless you want to bid on our silent auction items.
Oh, the bidding part. Oh,
Yeah.
Of course. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that. And then, of course, another way the community can contribute to us is on Giving Tuesday,
Uh-huh.
which is happening November 28th.
Oh, yes.
And that is the Global Generosity Project that, we are lucky enough to participate in, where you can contribute your time, your money, your resources, And, it doesn't have to be to Access Sacramento, but we encourage that everybody does something on Giving Tuesday. We hope that you remember us and want to participate with us.
Yes.
And, Giving Tuesday is year-round. It's not just
It is,
the
it
28th.
is. And also, it's a citywide, countywide event, so it can
Yeah.
be for any number of organizations. And however, Access Sacramento has so many wonderful programs, you could just stop there.
Yeah, and you can come by any Tuesday to Access Sacramento and volunteer with us, do a show with us. After you take a class and get certified, you can volunteer for other people on their shows on Tuesdays. So it's more than just giving money. We want to have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
We want to have an ongoing kind of camaraderie. If you like to build sets, or if you like to paint, or there's so many things that need to be done at Access Sacramento. So if you're a person who wants to contribute your skills, that's great too.
That's good. It's really good. When Access Sacramento began, Ron Cooper, who put it together, and I discussed where other places in California that were doing this project and affording to make it happen for the public to just take part in it. So anybody could walk in and do it, and not have to walk in with a resume saying, "Here, I can do it.
Yeah.
I can help you," but just to come in and be part of a whole group of people making film.
Yeah.
And we're out of time.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much for coming to talk to me about these events.
Well, thank you for having me, Ray.
My pleasure. All right, we'll be back next week with LiveWire with a lot of good things for you to enjoy about living in this great place called Sacramento. See you next week on LiveWire.
Fats, oils, and grease. Common sources that contain fog are meat, butter, and dairy products. Fog can clog your pipes and create sewer blockage when hardened. To prevent fog from clogging up your pipes, you can scrape grease products off of pans before washing, put leftover fats and greases into a sturdy container for later use, or trash any fatty food scraps in the garbage. Not the sink. Stop the clog. Learn more at sacsewer.com.
Man, it's lonely. Like, going through life lonely.
There is the therapeutic aspect of music, just expressing how